What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well on this start of a new week. Actually, it's going to be a short week this week with no trading on Friday, so let's see if we can make the best of what the week is going to be, which is what we did today. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Tried to stay disciplined, tried to let trades work, and that's what we did. Basically was another base hit day. Took a couple of trades that were initially going to be overnight holds. One of them I got rid of, one of them I'm still in, and one of them was a mistake. It was supposed to have been in my IRA account, so I just held it to the end of the day, got rid of it for whatever little small profit I was able to make out of it, and that's what we did. So let's go ahead, let's jump on into TRADERVUE. We can see what we actually did. Reviewing trades for Monday, April 3rd. We took 7 trades today. Closed P&L 127. Took a few trades on the SPY. We had the one red trade. This trade right here, this was the one that we were buying for an overnight hold in the IRA account. Ended up just holding on to it pretty much to the end of the day and getting out of it. NVDA, a little small bit of money there. Meta, small little base hit there. And PXD, this is the overnight hold. And I say overnight hold. If I hold on to this one 2 weeks, I won't be mad, which I'm thinking will probably be what I need to hold on to for it to play out. Still in INTC. That one didn't do much today. Actually lost $2 today on that one, but we'll see what it does. We'll see if it makes a big pop. I'm gonna probably take and put a stop in to break even on that one, just in case it does decide to pull back and get inside of that weekly channel. I won't lose any of the gains that I made selling the 8 other contracts. So let's go ahead. Let's pull up Thinkorswim and we will take a peek and see what we did today. Go ahead and kind of shrink this camera. All right, so we're looking at the SPY right here. Had the SPY in a fairly large hourly channel. No real sense of direction intraday, but you do see right here, we did have this move off the open, came up, tapped the top of the channel, and just flushed, just flat out gave up everything that it had made in the morning and some. But look at where it caught support, the bottom of the hourly channel. And then we see that it kind of just traded along and almost made up what it had gave up. So let's go ahead, let's get these SPY trades out of the way. First one was this contract here, and I kind of moved around contracts today. I didn't stay in the same contract. See the arrows. So what time did we get in that one? 9:33. This set to today. It is style show trades is turned on. There we go. Like I said, Thinkorswim, decent platform, but it could be finicky at times. So let's take a peek, see what we were doing today. Got in on this candle right here. What I noticed on here was the 3-bar play right here. Not much room above it because we got previous days close and we also have previous days high. But what gave me conviction to take this trade is that we were breaking out of this zone and we were also in the lower part of this hourly channel. So I took this trade like, okay, we should be in a good spot for a decent move. I'm gonna cancel this. So again, I always like to show you the areas that I'm using to start my channel. So this was the area that I was using to start this channel. I'll extend it back to the right. We see that this acts as resistance from keeping it going higher. But let's see where we got out at. Didn't really give this the full potential that it deserved. Got out as it was coming back up to previous day's high, and we made $38 on those two contracts. Holding this thing, let's see if we held it all the way to the top of the channel, what it would have made. 10.15. We got out at 162. This thing went 243. That was another $80 per contract. Had I took and trusted this channel, had I took and trusted the channel. But 38 bucks Monday morning, coming up to an area that could act as resistance. I'm like, let's go ahead and just get out of this thing. Let's look at NVDA. Now this one is going to be one that y'all will be like, wow, you took a good ride on that bad boy. There we go. And actually, no, before we do that, let's run through all of these SPY ones real quick. So let's look at that one right there. This one we took a red trade and then we turned right back around and took the green trade. So getting in on this one right here on the 10.15 candle, looking for this to push higher. I get stopped out 2 candles later, 10.16, as it's coming back down. And I lose $21. And I had 3 contracts. That meant that that was a super tight stop. This really didn't stop me out. I just got out when it broke out of this channel. Because on 3 contracts, at a minimum, I'm risking $10 a contract. And then look at what this thing does. It turns right back around and rips. And I turn right back around. I get in right there. 3 contracts. Actually, no, 5 contracts. And where do we get out of these? We get out of 3 of them in that candle. Let me blow this up a little bit so we can get a better picture. Get out of 3 of them right here at the 10.19 candle as this is pushing up. And then I get out of the last 2 in the next candle, 10.21, as this kind of flushes back down. But look at what it does. Flushes down, leaves this nice bottoming tail. And then we finally get the move to the top of the channel at 10.22. So kind of scared myself out of the trade right here. I should have let this candle close and then seen what the next candle did. If the next candle pushed below it, that's a good reason to get out. No, the next candle breaks the high of the candle. So kind of gave back $21 right there that I didn't need to. But you see the entire move. And this was a decent way to trade it. Let's take that profit, wait on the pullback. Could have got in right there. Let this move back up, get out, wait on the next pullback, get in right there as this moves back up to the top of that channel. Or just let the entire channel work. Either way, we made money. So let's go ahead and take a look at NVDA now. This one here, I actually bought this with the thought of this being an all-day hold. And then I looked at the weekly chart and I really didn't like the weekly chart. So NVDA, we had in this hourly down channel coming into the open. We get this nice move breaking out of the channel. kind of just chops along, and I get in on this candle right here with the expectation of this pushing back down into the channel. Based on what the internals were kind of showing, which the internals are basically made for the SPY. It's giving you a picture on what the SPY does. The internals that I look at. There's a totally separate set of internals that work for the Qs, that work for the NQ, that works for NASDAQ. But I bought this contract with time on it, plan to hold it later on in the day, or hold it till maybe a couple of days. But look at what it does. Makes this big move up, and then it finally gives the move that I was looking for back down. Let's see where we actually got out of this thing at. I don't even think I let this thing work till its full potential. I got out in this candle right here at 11:13, as it's about midway into the channel. So I'm in at 9:41. I get out at 11:11 as it's pushing down into the channel and starts pushing back up higher. So good exit based on what it was doing at that time. But once it was in the channel, let's trade it for what it is. And let's see what the high was. So it set a high over here at 440. Basically, $40 more that could have been made. I don't think I really would have wanted to sit through that just to make that $40. That's just me. And then look at what it did. It set a high at the end of the day. And that's why I kind of decided to get out of this in the first place when it came back down. The weekly chart is still looking super strong on NVDA, even though it's trading outside of its weekly up channel. It's just, NVDA is a beast right now. And I got to respect that. I have to respect it. It will reverse. And should I really be trading it back down anyway? Nah, I don't want to buck the trend. So I'm kind of playing with fire, trading this either direction, because at any time this thing could pull back. But let's go ahead and take a look at Meta. And then we're going to wrap this one up. All right, take a peek and see what Meta was doing into the market open. So Meta, one of those strange ones. Meta is in an up channel. But pre-market, we had this little small down channel. So the overall trend would be the big trend. And this was just like an intermediate trend that was going on. So let's look and see where we got into Meta. Getting in Meta at about 10:44. Let's go ahead and blow it back up. So Meta opened, and there we go. Make the chart look like it's supposed to look. So Meta opens, we get this big move up, breaking out of the hourly down channel that we had established pre-market, pushes back down into it, makes this move back up, pushes back down into it, makes the move back up, and just kind of chopping along. And we get in this thing as it breaks back down into the channel. As it's breaking back into the channel, breaking VWAP, get in right there. And where do we get out at? Oh, excellent exit too. Getting out, gave back a little bit. I won't say excellent. Getting out in this candle here, 10:55. So comes down, bounces off the lower down channel, Could have got out in this candle here, but it is what it is. We're trying to let the trade work and just moves back higher. Let's see. And as you can see, this was a good exit. This was a good exit. It does give another opportunity way over here at 11:12, 11:10. What's that? 15 minutes had we not gotten out right here. But that was a good exit. And we made $26 on that trade. Like I said, we did give up a little bit of gains. Let's take a peek and see. So 202, we got out at 193. So gave back about $20 right there. So could have made $50. We ended up getting out making $26. So not bad though. Not bad at all. Again, Mondays, I don't know why I always think that Mondays are not good days for me. Because I come in with butterflies every time, but we always seem to hold it together. And that is what we did today. Actually, let me go back real quick. I'm going to show you something that I added on my charts. If you look, and I'm actually blocking it, so let me come over here and move that out the way. This is my market overview. So I have the markets, I got the Qs, the SPY, but I added this column right here. What this column is the percent change after the market opens. So you know, inside of Thinkorswim, they have market percent change. So this is going to give you after hours, pre-market, all the time. And then you have percent change, which is going to give you pre-market up until the market opens, and then it continues on. Percent change open. This was something that you have to write the script for within Thinkorswim. They don't give it to you. But what this tells you is the percent change right when the market opens. So this starts off as a 0 when the market opens, and then it gives you that percentage change. I like that a whole lot better than either of these other ones. And I actually kind of use it in conjunction with the market percent change, because let's say that the market percent change is -10. So the market opens, and whatever you're watching, whether it's the SPY, whether it's a stock, it's gapped down 10%. And then the stock starts going higher. It starts fading that gap, as they like to say. Well, with this right here, you can see it. So the stock could be gapped down 10%, and it could be moving to the green 2%. I want to know that. And that's what this tells you. Without this on there, it'll just tell you that that whatever you're watching is down, say 8%. But you would have to look at the stock to actually see that the stock is actually moving higher. Well, with this right here, I don't have to worry. I can click this. I can sort it by whatever it is. So right here, this is telling me that the YM market percent change is +95, but after the market opened, it went 1%. Let's take a peek at it and just see what it looks like. Man, look at that. Huge gap up. Huge. And that's what I like to see. And then it's just telling me that it made up all of that gain. So that's something that I have added. I also have one that's the relative volume. I don't have that on here, but on my laptop, this kind of looks a little different. I didn't really fix my desktop the way that my laptop, which is what I trade off of most of the time, looks like. But yeah, just always trying to better ourselves over here at LMD Trading. And I actually found out about that through SMB Capital, doing a little studying this week. Or this weekend, I guess I should say. And before we do that, we'll go back. I'm going to move myself out of the way one more time. Guess I could have just turned that off and y'all don't have to look at my mug. But something else that they do, and there I do have it down there. So we'll close this. This one may have, yeah, this does have R vol. One thing that I do want to add though, that it doesn't have, we'll do just percent change. We'll use percent change and I'll bring that up to there. So what we have now, this is what I want to see. Have relative volume. So this is telling me what the relative volume is. This here is telling me the percent change, and this is telling me percent change once the market opened. And I'm gonna close this one just so I can expand. So what they do over at SMB, or not they, but certain traders that's within SMB, they have a list of ETFs that they watch to give them market sentiment. So 4 or 5 of these are letting you know if it's good that the market is possibly going long. 4 or 5 of them is if the market is not doing so well. So they call it offense, defense, and macro is what the other one was. But so if you sort this, you see that XLV was the leading ETF today. And based on what that is, which I'm going to pull it up real quick, it would tell you the sentiment of the market. So XLV is healthcare. And that's a defense one. So that was risk off is how they would have looked at the market today. TLT, that is a macro theme. That's treasury bonds. And then I added the SPY, but the SPY is not one that they look at. I added that one just so it make it easy for me to kind of click it. So I'm gonna actually delete that out of there. But that's what they were looking at. So you look at UVXY, that's implied volatility. It was negative. That's a good sign that the market is probably moving higher. If this was positive, then that's risk off. So that's what we did today. Kind of looking at those things there. But if you have not already hit that like button, please do so. Please do so. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you are not subscribed, please think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing. And I'm always trying to just put out any new knowledge that I may have come across. So yeah, definitely subscribe. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. There were some good comments posted last week that I definitely take heed to. And like I said, if I may not be able to use it, it might be somebody else that's down there in the comments that could be able to use it. So don't think that your comment goes unnoticed. On that note, I'm going to wrap this one up and we will be ready to get it again tomorrow. Peace.